Hey there folks, how are you? What are we doing today? Today I'm going to show you a really amazing Town Hall 11 strategy that's super easy to deploy, that's almost spammy and almost always gets you a triple. That's right, a spam strategy that's an easy 3-star for you to use in war and rip apart bases. We're going to go show you replays, we're going to break them down, give you all of the pro tips, and that's getting started right now. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Captain Nemo. Welcome to another video. Today we're hanging out in Hua. That's right, Hua, one of my favorite clans. There's a lot of really cool, exciting people here. If you're interested in joining Hua, I'm going to put the link in the description of this video. They're super awesome. We're going to break down some strategies. I'm going to show you a one way that you can easily, pretty much spam your troops and easily get triples. Super exciting. Before we get started, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. It really helps me and, of course, the entire channel. And make sure to come on down to my Discord and check me out on Twitter. That's right, I do a lot of back-end stuff. I go live on my Discord. There's a lot of different people there. It's super open to everybody, so you should definitely come on down and say hi over there. And of course my Twitter. So let me make myself a little bit smaller and let's get started with this spam attack strategy that can get you triples. So what's this attack strategy that I'm talking about? How about a bow witch? A bow witch at Town Hall 11. Do you remember this strategy? I used to run this all the time. Now I used to run it with giants, actually a giant bow witch is what we called it, but this is just a little bit of a different variation. Instead of a giant bow witch, this is actually with golems, right? So let's see what we do. We got 2 golems here. We have 14 wizards, so a lot of wizards, 6 witches and 12 bowlers, and that creates an insane punch kind of into the base, right? You have the golems doing the tanking, you have the wizards doing the damage, you have the witches spawning an unlimited amount of skeletons as long as they stay alive, and then you have the bowlers behind the entire party. You got jumps, you got a wall wrecker, you got 2 or 3 rages, and then 2 heals. Let's see what we got. Let's see what Mark is going to do right here. He's bringing in 2 golems right over here on the side. Notice he's taking out the queen, right? And he's got a bunch of wizards. He sends them all in. All 14 of them, pretty much spams them into the base. Same thing with the witches. He spams them into the base. He's waiting for the bowlers because he wants to make sure they go into the base. That's really important. You don't want the bowlers to walk. It's one of the most important things. The wall wreckers over there doing some work. We are raging into the base, right? We're waiting to see how far the wall wrecker goes, and then we're going to use a jump for the second portion. So he rages into the base, and then he uses a heal when he's in the base. He's going to poison, if he can poison the lava pops, and then we're gonna jump to get access to the second inferno. That's really important. You want to make sure that you give the skellies and everything else access to the second inferno. At this point in time, there's really not that much of a base left. As you notice, everything is kind of chewing through and going and killing the base. We have the witches that are in the back. They're continuously spawning insane amount of skeletons. We have the bowlers doing the work behind. We still got a nice golem right over here, another golem. We have the king, we have the grand warden, we have the bowlers chunking through the base and taking everything out. So at this point in time, the core of the base is really taken out, right? And then we have a bunch of troops on the outside. The king's going to be doing the tanking, the bowlers are going to be doing the damage behind the king. We still got the grand warden and a couple of witches left as well doing some work. And in the back end, we have 2 ice golems. I don't know what they're doing back there, but they're hanging out over there behind instead of being in the front of the whole kill squad. So when you have single target defenses, they can't keep up with the witches. There's too many skeletons that get spawned. There's just too much going on. So when you have a bunch of witches like that, 3 or 4 witches with all of that, and we have the bowlers on the other side, honestly, there's just no way, nothing can stop this attack. If you can make sure the witches stay alive with the bowlers, and you make sure that the golems and your heroes do the tanking, this is what's going to end up happening. You can just spam this attack into the base. Literally just drop almost everything in, almost great, no funnel, send in the wall wrecker in the front, and just chew through the base. Nice and easy. Of course, Mark makes it look a little bit too easy because he's OP, but he did some base planning, he did some identification. He realized that most of the base right here was all of the hardest parts of the base right here. If he's able to chunk in, make sure that the golems do the tanking, he's gonna get through most of it, and by the time he gets to the back end, there's gonna be no multi-infernos, there's gonna be no any kind of multi-targeting defenses to be able to take down the witches, and he's gonna continue just walking through and get a 3-star like an absolute boss. Like an absolute boss. Let me show you the next one. And here's Mark once again Markliff once again showing us how to run this bow witch strategy. Now this is going to be 2 golems, 14 wizards, 6 witches, 12 bowlers. We got a jump, we got a wall wrecker. We're good to go. Let's see. And there's single infernos right here. This is like a center-ish type of base. You can see this a lot in Clan War Leagues and a bunch of other different places, so I wanted to show you. There was a base that was an anti-3 pretty much, and then we have this type of base. Notice 2 golems in the front to provide the tanking. All of these defenses right here are going to be shooting at the golems versus the witches and the wizards, and that's very, very important. That way the witches stay alive and continually produce more and more bowlers, more and more skeletons. We're gonna send the bowlers behind, the wall wrecker in the front. We've still got the golems and all of the heroes going into the base. That's what you want to do. You want to make sure that your core goes in, and we're gonna freeze the multi-infernos. Unfortunately, he didn't miss it, so the wall wrecker didn't make it all the way, but we still got a jump right there, right? So the jump's going to be provided to make sure that we have access into the rest of the base. It's very important to keep the bowlers and the witches along with everything else alive. So we're going to heal this, making sure that our party stays nice and healed. We have an ice golem right here, so he's going to provide another freeze, which is really nice. That allows everything else to kind of come in and try to take this multi-inferno out. I'm sorry, single inferno out. And then the rest of the troops, as you notice, we got a bunch of witches. They're going to continuously produce skeletons, walk around the outside, and do a really nice job cleaning. If there's no wizard towers, those witches will be OP walking around the side like they're cleaning up. They're also basically providing a funnel and really nice reinforcements for the troops that are in the middle, which are bowlers, witches, and skeletons, of course. So they're doing all of the work from the middle. The side things are coming up. The Grand Warden is behind. We still have the king. We have the queen. This base is completely destroyed. Mark here is like an absolute boss. Basically, like I said, just drops all of his troops in, provides a small baby funnel. Make sure that obviously the key things here is that the golems do the tanking and then everything else stays behind. But as long as you do that, as long as you provide a nice funnel and just drop the troops into the base if it needs it, that's it. That's all you need to do. Jump, rage, heal, rage, freeze, come home with a triple like an absolute boss. Really nice job. Ladies and gentlemen, I just showed you a really easy way that you can basically spam your troops into the base and triple at Town Hall 11. That's right, triple almost all of the bases. There's really not a lot of the bases that can't withstand this. I mean, maybe some professional bases that are built, but realistically, in your wars, in your Clan War Leagues, this is a super OP strategy. If you don't know what to use, I hope that this one helps you. I hope it brings you a whole bunch of triples and you're a beast doing it. If you enjoyed this video and learned something, make sure to smash the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, folks, because I got a lot more stuff like this coming for you. Make sure to follow me on Twitter. Come on down to my Discord, say hi. I'd love to chat with you, and check out this video right here. This is a really cool one, and I'll see you there.